We didn't see you there. Tonight we will be playing. What will we be playing?
We'll be playing Anchorhead.
Anchorhead.
A text adventure.
Which we have never played before. No.
The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear. And the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. Okay, this is you.
You take a deep breath of salty air as the first raindrops begin to spatter the pavement, and the swollen slate-colored clouds that blanket the sky mutter ominous portents among themselves over the little coastal town of Anchorhead. Squinting up into the glowering storm, you wonder how everything managed to happen so fast. The strange phone call over a month ago from a lawyer claiming to represent the estate of some distant branch of Michael's family was bewildering enough in itself. When the sudden whirlwind of planning and decision, legal details and travel arrangements, the packing up and shipping away of your entire home, your entire life. Now suddenly here you are, after driving for the past 2 days straight, over 1,000 miles away from the familiar warmth of Texas. Texas?
This is far away from Texas.
Driving far away.
1,000 miles away from Texas.
To a more fitting place.
Would put us square in Lovecraft territory.
Yes, which is Maine?
Possibly,
yeah. Getting ready to move into the ancestral mansion of a clan of relatives so far removed that not even Michael has ever heard of them. Who's this Michael?
There will come a time when I will call upon you for a favor.
And you've only been married since June, and none of this was any of your idea in the first place. And already it's starting to rain. These days you often find yourself confused and uprooted. You shake yourself and force the melancholy thoughts from your head, trying to focus on the errand at hand.
Which is?
You're to meet with the real estate agent and pick up the keys to your new house while Michael runs across town. A weird girl runs across town to take care of some paperwork at the university. He'll be back to pick you up. He's a professor?
I don't know.
He'll be back to pick you up in a few minutes, and then the two of you can begin the long, precarious process of settling in. A sullen belch emanates from the clouds, and the rain starts coming down harder. Fat, cold drops smacking loudly against the cobblestones. Shouldn't it be snowing in New England at this time of year? New England, Maine, yeah! Very good. With a sigh. Not a sight. You open your umbrella.
Welcome to Anchorhead.
By the way, we'll be chain-smoking through this entire ordeal.
I was far from home, and the spell of the eastern sea was upon me.
They're quoting Lovecraft all the time, but this isn't in fact a Lovecraft novel.
No, this is inspired by Lovecraft.
H.P. Lovecraft. Harry Potter Lovecraft, you've probably heard of him.
Alright. An interactive gothic by Michael S. Gentry.
They can see all this, can't they?
Yeah.
Don't you think they would find it kind of annoying that we read it all aloud?
Yes, that's why we're doing it.
Halloween time!
Yes.
Time to be annoying.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Outside the real estate office. A grim little cul-de-sac, tucked away in a corner of the claustrophobic tangle of narrow, twisting avenues that largely constitute the older portion of Anchorhead.
Loads of adjectives.
Yes. Like most of the streets in this city, it is ancient, shadowy, and leads essentially nowhere. The lane ends here at the real estate agent's office, which lies to the east, and winds its way back towards the center of town to the west. A narrow, garbage-choked alley opens to the southeast. Right.
Yes. Let's go to the southeast.
Southeast? Don't you want to check the door?
Oh. You just punch in whatever you want to do. Whatever. And jump up and down and Yahoo.
Knock on door.
You rap on the glass sharply, peering through into the dark room inside. Nobody answers. Strange. You just talk to the real estate agent. Miss Benson, you think it was yesterday? She was going to meet you here. The rain slackens off momentarily to a weak drizzle, then returns afresh in a brief, freezing downpour.
Let's check if it's open. Open door. It seems to be locked.
Use the key.
We have a key.
I don't know. That's not a verb I recognize.
Inventory. You're wearing your wedding ring, your trench coat, and your clothes. Good. In addition, you have in your hand your umbrella. The pockets of your trench coat are empty. In the distance, you can hear the lonesome keening of a train whistle drifting on the wind.
What could we use an umbrella for in opening a door? Breaking the window? We could walk around the house and peer through windows.
So, but first we break the door.
Break the door.
You're not here to vandalize the place. The clouds overhead mutter restlessly to themselves. All right.
So the clouds mutter that. You're not here to vandalize the place.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Talking clouds.
Talking clouds.
Yeah. All right. So southeast. Let's go to the alley.
This narrow aperture between two buildings is nearly blocked with piles of rotting cardboard boxes and overstuffed garbage cans. Ugly, half-crumbling brick walls to either side totter oppressively over you. The alley ends here at a tall wooden fence. High up on the wall of the northern building there is a narrow transom-style window.
Transom style.
What is transom style?
Know the meaning of the word.
Yes, you see, English is our second language.
Barely. The window's too high.
No. Find a ladder.
Look around. Okay. So there are garbage cans. Move garbage cans. You push the garbage cans around aimlessly.
Put the garbage cans underneath the window.
Move garbage cans to window. Grunting and holding your breath, you manhandle one of the filthy cans under the window.
Climb up, darling.
Climb onto can. You clamber onto the wobbling garbage can, precariously balanced. You can just reach the lower edge of the window from here, okay?
Pure.
Open window. You open the transom window.
Yeah. Enter the transom window.
What is transom? I know.
Nor do we.
Climb into window.
I just have to pop in that this is a genius invention. You know, the cigarette has two buttons on it that you can push for an icy good flavor of mint. Yes, mint, I tell you.
It's a tight squeeze, but you just manage to wriggle through, dropping quietly to the floor inside. File room. Peering through the murk, you can make out the blocky outlines of filing cabinets lining the walls and a doorway to the west. A window high up on the south wall lets in a very faint illumination.
Filing cabinets, yes.
Search filing cabinets? Search cabinets.
There must be hundreds of files here. Too many to browse through. You'll have to look up something specific if you want to find anything. Look for something about Michael.
Okay. Search. Never mind. There's a doorway to the west. Let's go west.
Pallid grey light trickles in through the drawn blinds. The office is deserted. Paper still scattered across the top of the desk. The front door lies west and the file room lies east. Sitting on the corner of the paper-strewn desk are a telephone and an answering machine. Someone seems to have left a cup of coffee sitting out, half finished and cold. Finish the coffee.
Drink coffee. You take one sip and nearly gag. Awful stuff. Lovely, fabulous.
God. Then you should probably check if there's anything relevant on the answering machine.
Answering machine?
Yes.
Examine answering machine. A simple answering machine with a small display indicating messages received, a button labeled play and a button labeled delete.
Let us play.
You can hear a fly buzzing around, right around your head. Kill fly. Ah.
You can't see where the fly is. You're not even sure where the buzzing is from.
Alright, press play button. For a while there is nothing but a quiet hiss. I'm American now for some reason. Followed by an intermittent scrolls, a strange sound static. It sounds like one of those annoying glitches where the caller hangs up but the machine keeps recording anyway.
What a strange machine.
Then, barely audible, I can't do this. Barely audible through the static, you detect what sounds like a human voice, whispering a single word. Machine beeps. Beep. A brief shudder ripples up your back. You remember now, Verlac is the name of this branch of Michael's family.
Yes. Look in Let us look up Michael Verlac then.
So let's go east, back to the file room, and search for Verlac.
You know what would be annoying? If we read it again. Strange! The file on the Verlac property has been cleaned out. Title deed and all the paper. All of it is gone. There is, however, a set of keys tucked down in the hanging folder. You'll quickly pocket them. You can hear a fly buzzing around you again, right around your head.
Inventory?
Yeah.
Didn't we get the key? Okay. Oh, we have two keys, a key to the house and a key to the cellar. We have the styrofoam cup.
We took the styrofoam cup?
We're still holding it.
Should
we keep the cup?
Of course.
Open the door. It seems to be locked. Unlock door. You unlock the office door. Open door.
Can't you just say enter the office?
I don't know. Okay, leave office. Ah. There's a road leading west. Let's go. Well, should we wait for Michael?
Since this being a horror game, I assumed that Michael wouldn't be coming and something scary happened.
Obviously, but let's not be stupid about it. Let's try to do this right. Wait. Time passes. As time often does.
Call Michael. Go to the front, call Michael.
Oh. Use phone. Pick up the phone.
Send a text message.
You start to dial out, but you can't get anything but a busy signal, no matter how you jiggle the receiver. Frustrated, you hang up. Let's leave the office. Let's head west.
We're outside now?
We're in a narrow street.
As the lane winds along from east to west, it narrows until the steep, jagged rooftops on either side of the street practically touch each other, but not in an audible fashion. To the south, the side street leads across to Watley Bridge toward the center of town, and a lovely town it is. And a twisting lane leads up to a hill to the northwest. A short flight of steps up to the north leads down to the local watering hole.
Oh, watering hole.
Oh, let's go grab a beer.
Yep.
At the local watering hole.
Going on.
Talk to old Bill at the counter.
Local pub.
Yeah.
A dank, drafty old drinking hole, lit by flickering, oil-burning lanterns. Smoke collects in greasy pools among the rafters, and shadows crowd thick around. The bar runs the length of the room to your right, while to the south a low doorway opens onto the street. Mill workers and fishermen occupy a few of the tables, drinking beer and puffing grimly at long-stemmed pipes.
We should have pipes.
Each is wrapped in his solitude, soaking up the general miasma of dreary fatalism.
Sounds really bad.
You know?
Yeah.
The lantern sitting on the table nearest you sputters fitfully, throwing distorted shadows across the wall. Say hello.
To the barkeep.
Hello to bartender. You can't see any such things. So, say hello to fisherman. No one answers you or even looks your way.
Accuse the fisherman of being rude. Order a beer.
Yeah. Buy beer. Regrettably impossible. You left both your purse and your wallet in the car.
You're loving this town more every minute. How about opening a tab? Open a tab at the local bar.
Open tab. No. Okay.
Could I have credits at your establishment, fine sir?
Oh, something happened. Talk to fishermen about the Verlac family.
Yeah.
Suddenly, although you wouldn't have thought it possible, the pub becomes even more icily silent. Even the lantern flames seem to pause their flickering. What kind of accent is this? The nearest of locals turns towards you, squinting through eyes like black glass embedded in his ancient leathery skin. His lips barely seem to move beneath his salt-encrusted beard.
Some things best left alone by outsiders, man. We're a woman. Yeah. Some things best left alone by decent folk altogether.
Back in one of the darker rooms, someone spits deliberately on the floor. And then all eyes are back on their beards as if you didn't exist at all.
Okay.
So
we are being told that some things are best left alone. And the Verlac family is definitely one of those things. But
as fishermen about Michael, I insist. The locals studiously ignore you.
What do fishermen want to talk about?
Fishing?
Fishing and fish. Ask local fishermen about fish.
Talking about fishing. Fishing. You can't think of anything to say about that for the moment.
Huh. That's such an easy topic.
Talk about
the weather.
Right, okay. Should we leave?
Should we try to find the bartender first? The bartender always tells you something.
Look for bartender. You have to specify.
Look behind the counter for bartender.
He's probably hiding behind there. Yeah. Not a bartender.
Not a bartender in sight. Well
Ring
then,
the bell. Okay. So let's go back out onto the street.
yes.
South.
You better have cigarettes because I'm running out. Once again, I tell you that you just click this. There's two. You see. This is the top one is menthol, and the bottom one is mint. So you can normal cigarette, menthol, mint, or both of them. It's brilliant.
Something happened.
Okay.
As you make your way to the door, your foot strikes something under one of the tables.
It's probably the bartender.
Look under the table. Some forgetful soul has left a flask underneath one of the tables, pushed into a shadowy corner. So, of course, we do the reasonable thing and take it. Take flask.
Examine. You pick up the flask. The label is faded and mostly peeled away, but what you can make out seems to indicate that this is not a particular distinguished brand of spirits. The word bootleg and rotgut comes to mind, probably because they are the only words legible on what's left on the label.
Shall we drink it?
Drink it.
You open the flask, revealing about 3 swallows worth of cheap whiskey.
Drink the whiskey.
Drink whiskey. You take a tiny sip, then shudder as the liquid sears down your esophagus and settles greasily in your stomach. It's so vile, you hesitate to even pour the stuff down your sink.
Okay, we'll just pocket it then. It might come in handy.
We have it. And now let's...
You know what I think?
What?
At some time or another, we're going to have to light something up, burn a fire, throw a Molotov cocktail or something.
Is whiskey flammable?
I assume so. It's spirits.
To the south. Watley Bridge. I'll you do this one.
A hoary monument of crumbling, moss-eaten flagstones. Watley Bridge is possibly older than any other structure in the entire city. Ponderously, it spans. I was about to say spanks the dark. Let's go American again. It spans the dark, torpid waters of the Moscato River, connecting the north and south halves of the city and occasionally raining bits of gravel and mortar from its underside into the water, which is kind of polluted now. It looks just wide enough for you 2 cars to pass each other between the flanking stone parapets, but you wouldn't volunteer to try it.
And we're walking, so we have not got that option.
So,
Peer into the water.
ponder impending doom. Right. So we're going. Are we heading south or north? What's going on?
The Miskiton waters are sluggish and dark. Some sort of oily film coats the surface, reflecting back ghostly swirls of colour.
Right. So what do we do? Do we throw the keys into the river? Forget about this? Go home?
No. We have found some keys now. Wouldn't they presumably fit in the house?
Presumably, where's the house?
Eastleigh?
By a cell phone.